Geelong cut in you?
Yeah, it is. What a challenge we're going to have taking them on. So hopefully the game's as close as it was this time last year, where we gave everything we got. So that's all you can expect, can't you? The players to give their all against a good opposition. They play fast offence. We have to defend well. So it's going to be a good test for us.
The Cats vulnerable after their capitulation against Hawthorn?
Jeez, I don't know if they're vulnerable, but one would suggest we're more vulnerable than they are this time of the year. But I would have thought they're gearing up for finals. It's a funny round, the last round of the year, isn't it? Sometimes you see some strange results. So we're hoping that's the same.
Were you surprised with the way? Did you watch the game last week against the Hawks?
Yes, I do watch the opposition play. Yeah, it's a very important part of what we do. They obviously got on top of them for a long period of time and then fell away. So which part do you look at? The fact that they, took one of the best teams in the competition and made it look easy for a portion of the game, or do you take the part where they fell away? You look at both, don't you? So and that's where we do our review from.
Does it give you hope that they seem to leave opposition in the match and that the teams can get run on?
Oh, look, I guess so. I mean, they're extremely offensive side. They're a high-risk football team with the ball, so they're going to often lead to turnovers. So they're also very good at capturing the ball back themselves. So they'll put us under pressure, there's no doubt, and make us defend hard. We just have to be up for the challenge.
Do you feel like Louis, Taylor and Aish are sort of chances for the rising star next week?
Oh, look, I'd like to think so. I mean, both have had exceptional years. I mean, Louis, I don't think Louis had a bad game the whole year. So, well, it depends if the selectors actually turn on the box when the Brisbane games are on, or they don't, really. That's what it's going to decide, because I would have thought it's one of those two that I've seen. So, but let's hope so. It'd be good for them.
Is that a little bit of a fear, obviously pundits quite often gravitate towards the bigger games. Sometimes, when your teams like yourselves aren't going so well, they don't always see.
Yeah. Oh, you don't. A lot of those selection committees, there isn't a Queensland voice on the, whether it's us or the Suns on those committees. So you're relying on a bit of something else. Generally, the South Australian blokes are pushing the South Australians, and the Western Australians the same. So it'd be nice to have a Queensland voice on those committees.
It's something that it could become evident after Tom Rock this season. I mean, he's been simply outstanding. You'd almost pencil him in as ruck rover as All-Australian, but that might not be the case as well.
Oh, well, those things will come if they come for Tom. I think he's deserved it. I think the weight of numbers suggests so, but time will tell.
Andrew Rains, just a word on him, Leppitsch, just
yeah.
Not a spot for him, but obviously he leaves a bit of a legacy here with his
he did. He's a terrific guy, and it's just unfortunate, he couldn't fit in with the mix and the way we're going this year, but great guy. Really taught our young kids a lot as far as professionalism goes, and it's never easy to say goodbye. He still wants to go on with the game, and we wish him all the best, and hopefully someone gives him a go because he's a good competitor.
Sounds like you'd sort of settled on the decision on him a little while ago. Is that the way you have with the rest of your list? Are you pretty settled for the direction you're heading next year?
We're pretty settled on what we want going forward. Our list is in a bit of a transition phase. We've obviously we've got a lot of debutants, a lot of things going on this particular year. It's been a good year in a lot of ways, in achieving a lot of things apart from just our win-losses. But so we've made a few calls on that, which I'm sure those announcements will come out over the weeks.
I'm sure if someone is thinking about whether they're going to be off contract at another club, for example, or in the trade period, thinking of coming to the Lions next year, they would have maybe made the decision up. But it's probably important to finish the last round and not make it 100 points thrashing, and maybe just put put something in for players that will consider to come to Brisbane next year.
Oh, I don't know if the two actually equate, whether we lose by 100 points or someone doesn't come to the Brisbane Lions. I don't think those two mix together. We don't want to lose by 100 points because we don't want to lose by 100 points. That's the game. I think we've probably what the last month's shown is that it's probably been the most frustrating month because our best has been very good and our worst has been very poor. I think section before that would have been a bit more even and getting wins and losses, but the last month hasn't been quite as even. So we're hoping this week we'll get a consistent performance.
David on the money with Steph Martin. He'll be here next year.
Yeah, he'll be here. He'll be here. It's no worries, Steph. It's a credit to him because he's had a breakout year, really, or breakout 10 games. So it's been since the halfway mark. So well done. We're wrapped to have him. He's doing really well.
I guess
somebody like Hawthorn were looking at him, that would have been a pretty tempting sort of carrot for him. You know, it's nice.
No, we're much better bunch of blokes up here. What are we going to go Hawthorn? So.
But yeah, you know, for a guy who I guess hasn't played a lot of football over the last few years, you know, it'd be great to see him and the potential of him and Lewin working next year.
If he can play the well as he played the last 8 weeks, not only play well for us, he'd be in All-Australian contention and all those other things as well as he's playing. So he's quite a unique ruckman in the fact that he can win a lot of balls. So not just the hit-outs, which is very rare.
Do you think even though he hasn't played the full season, he could be in All-Australian contention?
Look, has he played enough games? Probably not enough games. I mean, that's up for the committee to decide. But geez, if you just go on the games he's played, he definitely is in contention because his numbers stack up on averages. But is there enough games? Probably. Oh, gee, how many Gary Ablett played?
He's missed 7 or
14.
Probably just a couple of games away.